Hello, ESL 78 students. This is your middle of the week video. We're going to talk about Chapter 10, the ending of Chapter 10, and we're also going to start Chapter 11 because some of you already started that and you have questions already. So in Chapter 10, we talked about the second conditional, and I named it the present or future unreal. So that's where we're just thinking of something that's not possible, not true, called hypothetical. So we'll use in the condition a past tense with if, and then we'll use something like would not, could not in the result. So then we know it's not true about now or the future. We also had relative clauses in that chapter. So we were talking about people and things. So who and that in your relative or your adjective clause will be describing something in your main idea there. These will be subjects. Now, sometimes who and that can be objects. And when they are, you can omit them. You don't have to have them. We talked about that. If you said the car that I bought, you can say the car I bought. Or if you're talking about a person, the person whom I saw, or the person I saw. Or the people can be the people whom I talked to, the people I talked to. So when they're objects like that, you can omit those pronouns. Chapter 11 is about reported speech. And you can hear something directly, and I have quotation marks around it. So here's John. I live in Nevada. What? He says what? What's he saying? He says that he lives in Nevada. Now, what if it's a couple months later? And you could say, you talked to John, really? What did he say? He said that he lived in Nevada, but maybe it's no longer true. Maybe he moved. He lives in California. So the reporting verb is past tense, and the verb over here is also past tense. Here's another one. My favorite color is pink. Maybe a little kid. She says her favorite color is pink. But later, you may want to get a present for that child and say, what's her favorite color? And maybe it's a couple of years later. So you report it, and she said that her favorite color was pink. And maybe it's no longer true. So we're putting said and we're putting was. And that's what they're talking about with the reported verbs. When you're reporting anything like that and it's past tense, you're changing things to the past tense here. Now, sometimes you don't. If something is always true, for example, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And that's always true, we hope. So if you're talking about that, and what did the science teacher say, or science teacher said that the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So something that's always true like that, you don't want to change the verbs to past tense. And that's chapter 11. I'll put a few more exercises up for chapter 11 since some of you had already started it. So take care. Oh, I did want to talk to you about the authors in chapter 10. They had a few people. One was Stephen Hawking, very, very famous scientist, really smart. He did die a short time ago, but if you remember, he was in a wheelchair. He had one of these debilitating diseases, but he was still really brilliant. And then you probably know Harry Potter, and they talked about the author Rowling. So just happen to have two books by those people. So have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.